into turn one then. So it is Brett from Fabian. A very good first corner from Tice means that he has a chance here. We're on board with him now as he goes into turn three. Will he make a move down the inside? He's going to try it. He goes for the inside move. Brett shuts the door a little bit, but he does not get the best exit because of that move on the braking zone. He's now making contact with Tice as he turns into him down the straight. Fabian will be watching here as he is using it with ERS now. Brett trying anything he can to get ahead of Tice. He's going to try and go for the outside potentially here, but no, it's not close enough to make a move. So Tice retakes the lead here on the fourth lap of the race with 12 laps in the race. Fabian in third place. We'll just be watching these guys, seeing what they do, and after that, fourth, fifth and sixth have spaced out to almost identical amounts with 3.5 to 3.8 seconds the gap between each of them. Fabian running the curve a little bit there, so he's going to be in a very bad position that on the exit of the corner he does get a little bit of oversteer. So Brett still running very close to the back of Tice. So this is truly a battle for the race lead between Brett, Tice and Fabian for the race lead now. All drivers running with low ERS in this absolute dogfight for the race win between Brett and Tice. Brett is going to try and make a move into turn one here. That was not the smartest move. As he goes down the inside, he makes that move stick. He moves across in the braking zone and he does get the lead. But this will also give Fabian a chance to get in this battle now, as we'll go on the off-board camera now. Down the straight, Tice does not have the DRS, I don't think. I mean, neither of them do. It's only Fabian that has the DRS, so he might try and make a move here. He doesn't. He's going to be very patient here. Makes contact with the back of Tice. Tice runs off the track once again. He's going to be alongside Brett, though. He goes off the track and gains an advantage. That is a little bit suspicious there, but it is Brett. And Fabian now going to the inside of Tice. That's incredibly aggressive, and he's going to make the move, and there's contact between all three of them. And Tice almost spins, but somehow manages to keep out of that and manages to stay ahead. This is an incredible battle for the lead between these three. Tice now right behind the back of Brett going into turn 5 now, and rather turn 6. Brett is now leading from Tice in second, and Fabian now really getting in this lead battle between these guys. This will also give Ian a chance to maybe close in a little bit on these leaders, as Dan has gained a lot of time on Ian this lap, and so has Max. So these guys closing in the battle for fourth place. The battle for fourth place is very close. So it's Brett. The top three are separated by absolutely nothing. 3/10 between them. Dan is closing in the gap rapidly on Ian, but so is Max. Max gaining loads of time in the middle sector there on Dan this lap. He's gained about half a second this lap alone, and so has Dan on Ian. So it's very close in every single battle this race. But it's Tice once again. We'll try and get a move here. We're going to watch on board with Tice. Going into the corner, he's going to go to the outside line. Tice is going to go try and wrap around the outside. He's going to make the move stick, I think. But no, Brett once again pushing him wide. And that means he has no choice but to run wide here, as Brett and Fabian now both have the DRS on Tice, as Fabian might try and make a move on his teammate here, and he does down the inside. He's not going to make that move stick because he realizes that it's not worth it on his teammate. They need to work together in tandem to try and get the race win here in the sprint race.
Yeah.
Because the gaps have come down. Max has made a mistake this lap and he's lost a lot of time. So once again, Dan bringing the gap down almost a second this lap on Ian already. So Dan seems to have the pace to beat Ian today, as he did yesterday. And Max also losing time to Dan. I think Dan has had a very good lap then, or Max has made a mistake. So here we go. Once again, Tice has gained a little bit of an advantage over Brett and is leading this lap. We're going to ride on board with Brett now as he goes. He likes to try and overtake into turn 1. He's very impatient in that remark, because I think he realizes that it might be worth it. But this time he's not going to try and move. He's going to be a little bit more patient. Gets on the power pretty quickly. Fabian is actually pretty close to the back of his teammate, but it's going to be Brett that will get the biggest effect of the DRS. Tice has 2% ERS, as Brett has 0. So, I mean, that's not going to make much of a difference either way, but we'll see what Fabian has 50% ERS. He is just using this time to gain the ERS. This is really important. Fabian has a true chance to get in this fight. He needs to keep saving because he can use that massively to his advantage towards the end of this race. Just like Tice was doing yesterday in the British Grand Prix during the race, he was saving ERS in the lead. And this is Fabian doing this in third position, knowing that Brett and Tice are going to be battling very hard. He's going to be getting in this fight, but it looks like Brett has not got the pace here. The tyres are really coming off for him now, as Tice leading the race, gaining a little bit of an advantage to the middle sector. But this is where Brett is very good in the final sector. He always gains a lot of time. But Fabian once again is really close to the back of Brett now. He's actually closer to Brett than Brett is to Tice as he goes wide at turn 9. Tice is leading. Who's it going to be now coming out of the final corner? A very good lap from Fabian, only 4/10 down, despite he's literally running almost identical lap times to the race leader. So this is very interesting to watch. And he is using ERS. That's not worth it this early on in the sprint race. But he's going to maybe try and make a move. Brett on the inside. It's going to be 3 wide for the lead now. On the inside goes Fabian. He makes the move stick on the inside for the race lead. Fabian goes in deep. And he goes off the track. And Max has crashed out, I believe, at turn 1. And that might be a safety car. And it is a safety car. As Tice takes the lead and Fabian takes second place, crucially ahead of his teammate. That is a crazy segment of the race. And Dan was about to close it on Ian as we were speaking that. What an incredible first segment. Max is out of the sprint race, having qualified on pole. Has completely come undone in this race. What a sensational opening few laps of the race. Max has joined the party. That's unfortunate for Max as he's crashed out at turn 1. Max, did you crash on purpose or did you crash like genuinely?
No, accident.
Bro, the fucking lead battle is insane. It's insane. There was 3 wide for lead. Fabian took the lead and went off the track, and then Tyson went back down the inside and took the lead again. No way, bro.
No, on turn 1, on the exit, I wasn't even on the curb and I just spun. Or I oversteered, and then I went onto the curb, and then I went straight into the wall.
Well, Dan comes into the pit lane. He's going to try and get onto soft tyres, I believe. That's a very smart choice. He might as well try it. So I could get him into the lead picture potentially in this race. He does seem to have decent pace today. He's faster than Ian, so he can definitely maybe get in the top 4, maybe even on the podium, get himself a point. But it is Tice who leads from Fabian and Brett and Ian.
ERS and brand new soft tires.
No, Evan's going to have 100 ERS by the end of the safety car. Brett has the least ERS of anyone. Brett does not know how to save ERS, and that is really costing him. Because he's literally got 40%. Fabian's on 83, and Tyson's already got back up to 100, so I don't know how he's so bad at saving ERS. So Dan's literally using ERS, there we go. Ian is there, so we're going to go onto the broadcast safety car.
Holy shit, Dan was actually... I don't know why people didn't pit fast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dan actually has a chance to win now. Dan's going to be way faster than everyone else. Oh, contact under the safety car! That was Brett that was Brett that hit the back of Fabian under the safety car. No, that's what I just said. Yeah, no, Tyson's leading on. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was when AI took over, so that's when Brett hit.
Yeah, when AI took over, Brett drove into the rear right of Fabian under the safety car. Yeah, I know, it was his AI car. Here we go. His car's going to be ending with 3 laps to go in the sprint race, and that will give Dan a huge chance. It's basically a 3-lap race for him now to get in the lead race. This is going to be an insane end to the Grand Prix in the sprint race. We've got 3 laps to go for the restart, Tyson. It's going to be lap 10. Yeah, on board with Dan for the restart. We're going to stay on board with Dan for this restart lap, just see how much faster he is on these soft tyres. And to see what happens. You'll get a good view of everything around him as he is restarting in last place.
Restart ever because he's a fucking mega coon.
And Brett going down into the final couple corners. As Max has a lot to say about Brett.
He's gonna try and go alongside him like a retard.
Yeah, trust me. As going into the final turn. Yeah, there he goes. Here we go then. Tyson's going to gun it on the exit of the final corner. Here comes Dan. He's already using ERS to try and get past Ian. He will have a huge advantage in tyres going down into the first corner. Can he make a move in turn 1? I don't think it's worth it. He'll probably have to try and make a move into turn 3. But on the exit of the first corner, Fabian goes really wide at the exit of turn 1. And now on the inside, Dan not using the substitute. He needs to use it. Ian has really good straight line speed, so he needs to go.
Because he's such a good player.
On the inside, Dan goes down the inside and once again now into turn 3, and he'll make that move stick, I believe, but it might give Ian a chance to get back out. Oh, Ian's gone really wide off the first corner, so he's going to have no chance now. And now Dan has put himself into the lead picture. He'll be really fast in the last 2 sectors. So it is Tice who leads from Fabian in second place. Fabian has less ERS already than Tice, but Brett actually has the most ERS of the top 3. Brett has the most ERS somehow, despite having less under the safety car, now has more than everyone else. As now, Fabian has gained a lot of time on Tice already in this lap. Dan using a lot of the curve on the inside to gain time on Brett, who is much faster than. He goes wide though once again. But I might give him a straighter exit then, it does. Coming out of turn 7 now. That was a pretty big mistake there from him, but going into the final corner, it looks like Brett has not got the pace here. Despite having more ERS, I think he's saving. Going in these last 2 laps, he is actually losing time, and he actually might cost himself quite a lot. But Dan, going out of the final corner, will have a good chance. He's using a lot of ERS, they're trying to gain time. He's 5,000 down on the best time he's done so far this race. On the restart.
Because he's cheating, that's literally a penalty. Like, he's done that every single lap.
Will Fabian do anything? He hasn't got the ERS to make a move here, and neither does Brett, but it is Dan that is going to be trying to go very close. Oh, but Tice goes in deep there, and that's going to give Fabian a chance. No, but Fabian got checked up by that. And oh, there goes Dan down the inside of Brett. And they make contact down the straight, but it is actually Brett that has more ERS down the straight as well, but that might give him some... Oh, it will give him some straight line speed. Down the inside goes Dan. Will Brett get the switchback? He does not, and that means Dan will get third place, and that'll give him a point in the sprint race. The top 3 get points in the sprint race in the MPL, as Tice leads with Fabian in second place. Already Dan is gaining time on the leaders. Brett tried somehow, I don't know why he was trying to make a dive bomb into turn 6, or turn 7 rather, I don't know what the point of that was, but there goes Dan. Closing time. I don't know whose steering wheel is going so crazy. I think it's Tyson in the lead, who just used a lot of the outside curve going into turn 9. DRS on the final lap will make this race absolutely insane. It is Tyson actually has the most ERS of anyone in the race. Dan gets the fastest lap of the race, and that will give no extra points, but it is a good confidence booster on the final lap as they head down the straight. We've got Fabian going against Tice. Tice has a massive advantage here, but it is Dan that will actually get the biggest slipstream going down into turn 3. You won't make a move because he realizes that turn 4 is his best opportunity. He has the tire advantage. You might as well just be patient. Gets on the exit curve, doesn't use too much, and that's going to be huge for him. Huge exit speed there with the better grip on those tires. Gets ahead of him, and that means that Dan is going to be in second place in the sprint race. A really good comeback drive from him to go from 5th to 2nd on the restart. Now he actually has a chance to maybe win the race if he can make a move into turn 9 at the final lap. I would very highly doubt it, but it isn't completely unlikely. It's not impossible. No, but there's Tice who definitely does seem to have this race under control, though. Purple middle sector from Dan, he's half a second faster than his best time with the DRS helping him on this lap. Going into the final sector, can he do anything here? It looks like Tice, with the ERS advantage that he has, just gained a lot of time on this lap. And Fabian is really close to the back of Dan, but that's not going to be his concern. It is Tice that will win the sprint race from Dan in second place, maybe. Yes, it will be. With Fabian in 3rd, Brett 4th after a bit of a choke at the end of the race, and fastest lap for Dan as Ian finishes in 5th place with Max retiring.